Royals baseball comes to you on another beautiful night in California's East Bay. The Royals are still looking for their first win on this trip after the A's took Game 1 last night 4-1. Hi everyone, welcome back to the ballpark with Rex Hudler. I'm Ryan Lefevre. This has always been a great place to pitch, and tonight we've got two pretty good pitchers going.
I'll say young pitchers that have bright futures for their ball clubs, no doubt about it, especially Jacob Junis. We all know that he's been a stopper, and they desperately need him to now. They've got to be able to get back in that win column. He has the pitches to do it, and he did it against the Oakland A's back at home a week or so ago. He's got an excellent slider. Hopefully he can stay under their bats, and they can score enough runs for him to get off the schneid.
And then Frankie Montas in just his second start of this season through 8 scoreless against the Royals.
He looks strong. Powerful fastball, hitting his spots. It was a quick game. He used his defense. They turned 2 behind him. You know, he looked like a polished professional. And these two guys just 25 years young.
Royals struck first last night. Alcides Escobar hit a home run for the Royals. But then the A's scored the next 4 runs to take Game 1. The lineups and the first pitch are coming up next. Kansas City is brought to you by the Missouri Lottery. Every ticket played gives back to Missouri schools. So play it forward with the Missouri Lottery. And by Chevrolet, the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall. Find yours at your Kansas City area Chevy dealers. The arena to the right is empty, but fans are thinking about the Golden State Warriors here as they have a chance to clinch the NBA title tonight. And there's a rather small gathering here. 61 degrees at first pitch. The A's only attracted 7,900 fans to last night's game. Larry Carter, the Royals minor league pitching coordinator, is acting pitching coach. Cal Eldred's daughter is graduating high school, so he is back in Iowa for that. So it's good to see LC, who is in his 21st year in the Royals organization. The A's take the field, and here's the Royals lineup tonight. Whit Merrifield will lead off. He'll be the designated hitter. Alcides Escobar will bat second. Paulo Orlando batted second last night. He'll slide down to the number 8 position. And Ryan Goins, who's been getting a lot more playing time lately, will be at second base. All to face Frankie Montas, who has made 2 starts. He has spent most of the season at AAA. And in his 2 starts, he's given up 1 run in 14 innings.
Pretty impressive. We witnessed. Okay, he hasn't given up a home run. He's kept the ball in the park till tonight. I think they're going to get him. Fastball, 82%. He goes with it. He's got 2 and 4 seam. Has some really good movement. What we saw in his last outing. You know, that 95.8 average miles per hour on that fastball. It's a good one. So tune it up a little bit. Slider change up to complement that. But the Royals are due for a win, and they're due to get him. Defensively, for Oakland, the A's have gone a season-high 7 consecutive games without an error. How about that? That's pretty good. But, you know, they've had some issues over the years with errors, but they got pretty good outfield, especially with the young Fowler in center. Luke Croyd getting the starting job at catcher. Matt Chapman, keep an eye on that guy. That guy, he is a rock star at third base. He's got a great arm and good range. He's quick on his feet. Let's see if the Royals can test him.
There's Bill Welke. He was stretching out before the game last night.
Hey, I saw Bill Welke, and I asked him, I said, my partner said that you were doing home plate the night before and that you were stretching, putting on a clinic out there. And he goes, yeah, I did 4 hours behind the plate, extra innings.
There you go. So Sean Barber, he was at first base last night for a 2-hour, 18-minute game, so he should be ready to go tonight.
We didn't see him stretching, or the third base umpire stretching from last night. That's a pretty quick ball game.
Whit was 0 for 4 last night. 96 miles an hour over the outside from Montas. Last night, A's starter Paul Blackburn, who was making his season debut after starting the season on the disabled list, he was tough. He gave up 1 run in 6 innings. He got a lot of ground ball outs, and that's how the game begins tonight, with Merrifield grounding out to Laurie.
Talking with a few of the Royals hitters today about Montas. You know, they said that he's got a quick arm stroke. The ball gets on you quickly, so you don't have a lot of time to react. But really, the key is to try to just stay up the middle with him. Don't try to pull it, just meet it.
That was a career high 8 innings for Montas. That was a week ago tonight. Escobar, who homered last night, hits a shot to left field, and there's a slide and a catch by the former K-State Wildcat. Nick Martini takes an extra base hit away from Alcides Escobar.
How about that? You know, Escobar, he worked hard for that. But I guess the 8+ years in the minors that Martini worked, he worked hard for that catch.
So 3 pitches and 2 outs. And now Mike Moustakas. He was 1 for 4 last night with a first inning double as the Royals DH. Two 2-0. Montas works quickly. 2 balls and 1 strike. He really wasn't pitching all that great at AAA. He had made 9 starts. His ERA was 4.39, which is okay. It's not great. But so far, so good for him at the big league level. That foul ball got a piece of Jonathan Lucroy. There's his manager, Bob Melvin, who has a rotation full of injured starters right now. Brett Anderson, Jarrell Cotton, Daniel Gossett, and Andrew Triggs are all out right now. So Paul Blackburn was called up from a rehab assignment last night, and Montas was called up because of injuries.
You know, the opportunities for these guys to seize the moment.
just foul outside of first base.
Oakland, they're a game over 500, 7.5 games out today.
And even with those injuries, our Toyota League leaders since the middle of May, the A's are in the top 4, their starters at least, in most of the important pitching categories. And now Montas strikes out Mike Moustakas, and that is a 9-pitch 1-2-3 top of the first inning. We'll see how the A's fare against Jacob Junis for the second time in a week. Here come the Oakland A's. Fascinating offense, one of the best in the major leagues on the road and one of the worst at home. And Bob Melvin will go at the exact same lineup that produced 4 runs on 9 hits last night, taking advantage of a ball lost in the twilight with a 3-run 6th inning to take game 1 from the Royals. And tonight they'll see Jacob Junis, who just like Frankie Montas was very good against tonight's opponent a week ago.
Yep, Junis, when he's working quick. He's got a good tempo. He understands every hitter he's going to face, and he takes them one at a time. 59 of the 71 Ks on the slider. You see it. That's his best pitch. But the 4-seam and 2-seamer work well together.
Goins is at second base tonight, 1 down.
Royals forward around the horn defense. It's their 3rd straight airless game and 35th air-free contest in the last 41. They've done a good job. They still remain second in the American League in fewest errors with 24. And they got a .990 fielding percentage. All these guys have been doing a good job defensively. They just got to get some good starting pitching, bullpen, and some timely hits to get back in that win column.
Lowry jolts one deep into left center field. Paulo Orlando's got it. 1 step in front of the wall. And Junis, just like Montas, gets 2 quick outs.
Okay, good focus as you're moving into that warning track. That's what that track's for. You feel that under your feet, and it lets you know that that wall's getting close, but fortunately didn't have to crash into it.
And right now it's easy for the outfielders to pick up the ball in the sky, unlike that fateful 6th inning last night with the twilight. And Joel's got a little report on that coming up in a little bit.
Yeah, right field right now though is a tester. Anything on the line going to be tough. Solaire's got his glasses on.
Tomorrow during the afternoon and on Sunday, the Sun Field will be in left.
It's a tough field for day games here.
Deep center field again. Paulo is at the wall, and that's a line drive home run to center field for Chris Davis. And the Oakland A's, who have won 3 of 4 against the Royals this year, have really used the long ball. They have out-homered the Royals 8-3.
And he waited on that perfectly. He's got such a great inside-out swing. That's where his focus is. That's his 16th homer and 9th off a right-handed batter from Junis.
And now the guy that's been hitting 1 home run after another against the Royals this year, Matt Olson. He had another one last night. He hits a lot of home runs, and he also hits a lot of home runs to center field and to the opposite field. Fouled away by Olson. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you know, I had a chance to talk with Davis yesterday about his inside-out swing and what he looks for in his approach, and it was interesting. Next time when he comes up, we'll show you some of his mannerisms.
Still 1-2 on Olson.
You know, this thing was hit hard. Sure enough, exit velo 112.5. 424 on the line.
Two and 2 on Matt Olson. He's on quite a streak right now. He has a 7-game hitting streak where he has 5 home runs and 12 RBIs. That's a hot hitter at the plate. And he takes the count from 1-2 to 3-2.
Guy that's hot like that, like to see him pitcher move his feet. Junis bounce a couple up there, pitch him in tight, tie him up. Don't let him be comfortable. Don't let him beat you. You don't want hitters being comfortable, especially the hot ones. And it's okay to make a move.
A lot of foul territory here, and that drops a couple of feet foul, but because of the overshift, no one was really in position to grab it. So it's still 3-2 on Olson. Our Kubota power stats. Matt Olson has 4 home runs in 4 games against the Royals with 9 RBIs. But he begins tonight with a strikeout. Junis gets his first, but Chris Davis homers for Oakland, and the A's take a 1-0 lead. Salvador Perez will lead off the top of the 2nd. In the top of the second inning, Frankie Montas had a 9-pitch first. Salvi was 1 for 3 with a single last night. Right down the middle, 1 ball, 1 strike. We saw that last time up, the quick pitch, but Salvi was ready for it. He hits it hard. It's caught by Fowler in center field. Students, you can join us at Kauffman Stadium every Wednesday for only $10 with your student ID. Enjoy a happy hour special at the Boulevard Grill concession stand and listen to live local music. Our next local band, Hembry, will be on Wednesday. Royals.com/student night for a full list of bands and for tickets, and we'll be in an interleague series on Wednesday. The Cincinnati Reds will be in town for a 2-game series. Cincinnati, then Houston, and then Texas for the long homestand. Ouch. Soler hits the deck, and that foul ball went a long way. That hit his leg hard.
You know, that's oh man, that's tough. Those hurt big time. And he's been wearing a shin protector up there. Sometimes it's a real small one, and sometimes he'll wear a long one. Today he's got the small one on, right? Let's see where this goes. Right off his top of his foot.
And the way it bounced, I mean, that was right off the bone.
Squarely. Watch the ball. It just kind of bounces in front. So now you hope he's okay and he can stay in the game. But that's what happens. Now that bruise will stay with him for a week at least, and he'll play on it. That's just what players do. There's hardly any player, even now, not even, you know, we're not too close to the All-Star game, are playing with something.
Now here's the cruel part of this game. Frankie Montas is probably going to make a pitch down and in right here.
He'd like to try to go there.
Nope, down and away. Maybe that's what Soler was expecting, but you foul it off your foot, and oftentimes a pitcher will put another pitch right in there and see if you'll foul it off your foot again.
Yep.
That's a second strikeout for Montas, and he has set down the first 5.
Number 4, Alex Gordon.
Alex was 0 for 3 last night. Good location at 97 miles an hour. When the A's overshift, they send their shortstop Marcus Semien over to shallow right field.
Semien probably has better range between Lowry and him, and then Chapman. He's all by himself over there because he's a good athlete. He can run. He's fine. He'd like the speed guy to stay on the left side to get those bloopers that are hard to get to. Just all depends on team to team.
Some teams, as you said, they like to leave their shortstop in that area because they have the best range and they're the most athletic. But for the A's, their third baseman has the best defensive run save of any player in the major leagues, no matter the position. So it's like you've already got a shortstop over there when you shift him over from third.
Right. There you go.
Go get that one.
He almost did.
Alex is on with 2 down.
That's what you do. Right idea. Fight it off. That's up and in at 97. Look at Chapman. He tried. Turned to his left. That ball had base hit all over it.
Hunter Dozier was 1 for 3 last night. One of his outs was a line drive to deep right. So he had a couple of good swings. And now he chops it through the hole. And the Royals have a pair of 2-out singles. And now Dozier extends his career best hitting streak to 5 games.
Good. Stay hot. Find that hole. They know the heater's coming. When you're lined up, you know, you throw 82% fastballs, and they're looking for a fastball on a guy that throws 40% fastballs. They know what's coming. And if you talk to hitters, and I do, about, hey, this guy got a lot of fastballs, do you wait and see a few of them and see what they look like? Or do you just go to hack? And they said, man, I'm going to rip. I'm not going to wait.
And Paulo goes after the first pitch, and Simeon just saved a run. So 2 hits, a couple of hard hit outs, and the Royals are scoreless in the second. In California's East Bay, 1-0 A's. And there's Abraham Almonte taking over in right field. Jorge Soler took that foul ball off of his left foot, and he was lying on the ground for a while until he finally got to his feet and then struck out on the next pitch.
Yeah, you just hope that's a deep bone.
Ball 1 inside on Matt Chapman. Chris Davis homered to center field against Junis in the first inning for the 1-0 Oakland lead. There's a good slider in for a strike.
You watch Junis, and it's really a piece of art, is what I like to call it. I mean, he's so smooth. It's really easy. Look, he's rarely off balance. He looks like he's just playing catch. His delivery's flawless. And that's the first time he would walk off, but he just gets right back up on the slab. He backs up 1 step. He's never swinging one way or the other. He doesn't recoil.
That is the first time all year that Junis has walked a leadoff man. How about that? Speaking of walking the leadoff man, let's go down to Joel.
I would do that every single time. Ryan, you talked about that fateful 6th inning last night. I had a chance to catch up with outfield coach Mitch Meyer, along with Gold Glover Alex Gordon. Both said that this stadium really isn't any more difficult in terms of twilight than any others, but Mitch was saying that every night when twilight approaches, as they're about to head out to the field, the coaches will remind all of the players, twilight is here. Just keep that in mind as you go out. Then you think about it, that you might go a batter or even two, like this right now with the ball on the ground, nice double play, where the ball might not be up in the air. So he asks his outfielders and the infielders too, just every few pitches, look up above the lights just to reacclimate yourselves with that difficult sky. A couple of keys to battling it. One, try not to take your eye off of the ball, and then communicate. They said Paulo did a great job last night of not taking anything for granted on the one to Gordon and sprinting over even though it looked like a routine fly. As for the miss by Orlando, up against the wall, you have to find the wall. He tried to do that and then wasn't able to find the ball. Not easy to try to put all that together, but Mitch said, remember this much, if you lose the ball, it's always going to come down, so keep on looking for it.
Was there anything mentioned about wearing glasses that have a light yellow lens on it so it can lighten up the sky, Joel?
No mention of glasses. Do still have to be able to find the ball, but if you just keep this in mind, say, when twilight comes, and we'll see, last night's game was very fast-paced, so it might be, not the 6th inning, a little bit earlier, but just look out at Alex Gordon and others looking up into the sky and seeing if they can acclimate their eyes to that difficult challenge.
Hey, Joel, tell Hud to go find out about the sunglasses on his own.
Hud, I think you should, when it's twilight, as you're calling the game, you should wear the tinted sunglasses.
All right. Just ask him. Thanks, Joel. It's not easy. That's for sure.
Stephen Piscotty was 3 for 3 last night with an RBI. Fastball sinking on Piscotty, and that's Junis' second strikeout. So he gets a double play and faces only 3 in the 2nd inning. Hats off for heroes, and hats off to A's catcher Jonathan Lucroy. He and his wife Sarah have been very active with military in their families. He was the winner of the Bob Feller Act of Valor Award back in 2015. That honors those who support our servicemen and women by using Bob Feller, the Hall of Famer, as an example, teaching youth the lessons of citizenship, service to one's country, and sacrifice in times of great need. Bob Feller sacrificed 3 years of Major League Baseball to serve during World War II. And for Lucroy, it's especially important to him. He had a college roommate at Louisiana Lafayette who was injured in Afghanistan, and that's when he began his support of our servicemen and women. So
nice
hats
work.
off to him.
Yeah, nice work.
One away, and now strike to Whit Merrifield. He grounded out to second base in the first inning. Oh. 0-2. Well, we haven't seen a whole lot of Frankie Montas. We have now seen 10 in the third innings. So we'll see if he turns this run into something. There are some guys who make pitching look really complicated, and then there are guys who make it look really easy. And Montas, in his last 2 starts against the Royals, makes pitching look really easy. Works quickly and throws strikes.
He does. In his previous years, though, I think he's figured out that it's not how hard you throw, it's where you throw it. And he's naturally has a good, powerful arm. He's strong. But when he first got to the majors, he was trying to light up the radar gun. And that's typical. A lot of young guys that have a power arm want to see how hard they can throw it. And he wasn't thinking about, you know, getting hitters out. But now he seems to settle in and he's taking advantage of his opportunity Melvin's given him.
One ball, one strike. Coming into this year, his ERA was 6.32. That was in 30 games and 2 starts. And now he has given up 1 run in almost 17 innings. That's booted by Simeon. But he's allowed 1 run in 16 2/3 innings since being called up from AAA Nashville. That's an error on Simeon. And Escobar's on with 2 down.
Make it hurt. This will be his 10th error. Sitting back just a little bit, wasn't quite moving into it. Ball jumped up and bit him.
You had mentioned their errors going back to 2014. They've made the most errors in the American League. Only the Brewers have more. Royals, as you'd imagine, are near the bottom on that list since 2014. Here's Ricky Henderson, the greatest leadoff hitter in the history of the game.
And with the most steals in the history of the game. They're playing on his field tonight and every night.
That'll skip away from Lucroy and get Escobar up to second base.
Okay, there you go. That's part of making that air hurt. Now knock him in. Ricky Henderson, you know, he can do anything basically he wants, but he's been working a lot with the Oakland A's players and the base stealers down in the minors. A lot of these young players that are up here, Chapman and Olsen, and some of them, he said he's been working with since they've been A-ball, AA. So he's been around for quite a while. Hall of Famer. Great player.
Moustakas struck out on a curveball in the first inning. Hitting over 316, or hitting over 300 at 316 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. So that's over 40 points better than his batting average altogether. 2-2. Frankie Montas has not allowed a base hit yet at the major league level with a runner in scoring position.
And he hasn't given up a home run yet this year. He's due right here.
High in the air, right center field. And it's Fowler coming over from center, and that ends the inning. Kia drive to success. Well, you might expect the league to be adjusting to him, figuring him out. The old saying, the league will catch up to you in a hurry, but Junis is on a pretty good run right now with strikeouts per 9 innings. Over 10 in his last 6 starts. He seems to be getting a little bit better every time he takes them out. And I ran that by Ned Yost in our pregame visit, and I remember hearing that at a young age. You don't want to get too excited about a young player too soon, because, as they say, the league will figure you out in a hurry. But Junis, I think, is one of those pitchers who's gifted enough, as Lucroy pops out to first, that if he pitches his game, there's really not a whole lot of catching up to him.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with that. You can tell by his windup, his delivery. I mean, he's not going anywhere. But, you know, I have a hard time with that. When I see a young player, I get excited, and I don't really think about, you know, how hard it is to stay. I forget. I just get too carried away by the talent of the player. So I got a long way to go when it comes to that. I'm a little guilty of getting excited.
Nick Martini is 0 for 5 as a big leaguer. 3 of those at-bats were last night.
Hang with him.
Right up the line to Dozier. He'll kick the bag, and there are 2 down. Talking about all the injured pitchers for the A's and the opportunities it's presented for Paul Blackburn and Frankie Montas. Well, Nick Martini, the former K-State Wildcat, is in there because Matt Joyce is on the disabled list with a lumbar strain. Our University of Kansas Health System injury report update. And Matt Joyce, I wonder how much that's been bothering him, because he was hitting 196 when he went on the disabled list. 1 ball, 1 strike on Fowler.
Players don't want to go on the disabled list because they don't have a chance to play to make any money for themselves and their family. So they fight it. Some guys won't even report their injuries to the trainer, and that's just kind of, it's been that way for a long time, because then the trainer tells the coach or the manager or somebody on the staff, and then they won't play y'all sometimes. So they don't want anybody to know.
Fowler jolts one deep to right center field, and the Oakland A's have another home run. That's 9 home runs for the A's in 5 games against the Royals, and the 3rd hit by Dustin Fowler.
Ooh, man, it was a no-doubter. 92, just above the belt. Look at that swing, compact.
Dustin Fowler had his first Major League 2 home run game against the Royals a week ago tonight at Kauffman Stadium. His first 2 home run game, his first 3 hit and 4 RBI game last Friday. So much for the A's not hitting a lot of home runs at home.
Tonight anyway.
Now Lowry pops it up to the left side. Moustakas backpedals onto the grass, and that's the inning. So a couple of solo home runs for Oakland for a 2-0 lead at the end of 3. Arrives in St. Louis for the 100th PGA Championship. Visit PGAchampionship.com for information. Don't miss this monumental milestone in Missouri as defending champion Justin Thomas leads the field. Dustin Fowler has hit 4 home runs, 3 against the Royals this year. He gives the A's a 2-0 lead with his 3rd inning home run. And now Salvador Perez will lead off the 4th. He led off the 2nd with a line drive to center field, and Montas tried to quick pitch him, but Salvi was ready for it and hit it right on the nose, but out. One ball, 1 strike. Remember hearing that, and I think it was from Dave Island, because Jeremy Guthrie was quick pitching, Danny Duffy, Luke Hochaver. And remember Dave said, if you're going to do that, you have to be able to throw all of your pitches, because the league will figure out that you always go to a fastball when you quick pitch. And he also made a good point and said that when you speed up, the hitter speeds up. So you better make sure that you can go off speed, because when you quicken up, the hitter's probably more geared up to hit a fastball than he would be a changeup or a breaking ball.
Yeah, and I remember that when Dave came out with that and told us about that. Obviously he's hit a little bit, but he knows there's a lot of truth to that, because there's times when a hitter will step out of the box and call time, and the umpire doesn't give it to him, and then he gets back in there and wants to hit and tacks it and ropes it. So you just, it speeds you up when you know you have to swing, or it makes you want to swing.
Now slider down and away. Montas strikes out his 4th.
Our Mo Lottery replay shows Montas hitting his spots, 87 on the black. Down and away, black part of the plate. That's a dark strip.
45.
Covers the outside.
Almonte.
Abraham Almonte will bat for the first time. At the knees for a strike. Jorge Soler fouled a ball off the inside of his left foot, and it came crashing down to the ground. And it took him a while to get up. He eventually struck out and then did not take the field in the next half inning. One and two. If the Royals hit a triple in tonight's game, the Kansas City Honda dealers will make a $1,000 donation to the KC Urban Youth Academy.
Seven triples is all that's been hit here this year. How about 8? Nope, not here, not this time.
Five strikeouts for Montas in 3 2/3 innings.
Now batting, number 4, Alex Gordon.
And by my count, they're all with a breaking ball, either a slider or a curve. So he's setting them up with 96 to 98, putting them away with sliders and breaking balls. There's a slider in for strike 1. Alex blooped a single into left in the second inning. That's hit hard and foul. So you hit one right on the nose, and then you turn around and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
It's not fair always. He hit Montas's 97-mile-an-hour heater up and in on his hands to left field his last time up. Got him a base hit.
Still 0-2. Lucroy points his glove and nods his head at Montas, telling the 25-year-old that's exactly where we wanted it. Jammed, another bloop, and another base hit.
Good for Alex. That'll work. But the fastball, 96. So he's hit 96 in on his hands and 97 on his hands. It was up a little bit more, pulls his hands in. He deserves it, and kept the bat intact.
Down and away to Hunter Dozier. He singled his first time up. Royals all year have had success leading off an inning. And tonight, they're 0 for 4 in getting their leadoff man on. All of their base runners so far have come with 2 outs. 2-0 on Dozier. Royals had a pair of 2-out singles in the second. A 2-out error allowed Escobar to reach in the third, and now Gordon has a 2-out single. Ned, as you can see, is very concerned and stressed out over that.
Yeah. He knows they're going to come back and win this one.
Simeon gets a nice big hop. He'll flip to second for the force. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Oakland leads 2-0. On Fox Sports Kansas City is brought to you by Jeep. Hurry in to the Jeep Celebration event and get a great deal today. And by Sling TV, live TV you love, only better. That's where the Royals stay in San Francisco while they play in Oakland. Jacob Junis has given up a couple of home runs, one to Chris Davis, straightaway center field, and then left-hand hitting Dustin Fowler hit one to right center.
Davis is a premium power hitter, and what he does is he tries to keep it simple. He was telling me yesterday that he stands upright. Look at it, see what he's doing with his left hand. His left hand, he likes to pull it into him to remind him to let the ball come to him. And so he doesn't. Now that was an off-speed pitch, that's why he pulled off of it. But he's not up there looking to pull the ball. That's the reason he hits a lot of his home runs to the opposite field. See what he's doing right there with his left hand? He kind of brings it in, and that's what he's telling himself. Because I asked him, I said, I watch your left hand, and you're bringing it towards your body lots of times. And he says, I do that as a reminder to stay back and let the ball come to me. And he does it. He does it well. He's a handsy type of hitter. Slight step out, see the head position, down through the ball. Beautiful swing. Very little movement.
High and deep to center. Paulo to the wall, and Davis has another home run. And again, he hits it to center field. Boy, he's strong. I thought when he first hit it that he didn't quite get it. That ball just kept carrying.
Yeah, and
just got over the wall.
That's another reason why, they say this is a pitcher's park, but really, the ball will carry. It's not quite dark. It doesn't carry as much as the dark, but that ball's way high. That launch angle's got to be 37, 38. Dead center field. Might even be more than that. But he's one of the best hitters, home run hitters in the American League.
Has a lot of home runs. Now, non-pulled means for a right-hand batter, he's not pulling it to left. So the most balls, home runs hit either to center field or to the opposite field, and he has the most going back to 2015.
I asked him who his favorite player was when he was growing up. He said Gary Sheffield. Sheffield, kind of similar type power hitter. Had a little bit more movement before the pitches came.
You know, that at bat's a good lesson for a young hitter too, because earlier in that bat he got fooled bad by a slider, you know, but still maintained his composure, still was looking for a mistake pitch, still stayed aggressive even though he swung at a pitch that was way out of the strike zone.
I was talking to the Oakland A's hitting coach, assistant hitting coach Mike Aldretti, about the sliders of Junis. There's a call third there, and how he's had success against the Oakland A's, you know, with the 14 outs on the slider.
Third baseman, number 26.
And Aldo said they're going to take them. We worked on, if you see the ball up out of the release part and in your eye, it's going to be a good pitch to hit. But if it comes out this round letter high, just let it go. Ooh, wow. Salvi barely got a glove on that. Sean Barber took it flush. Yeah, Salvi just barely got a glove on. He's not, he didn't see it.
He was either he didn't see it or he's expecting something else. Yeah,
got it crossed up. Didn't look like he got a glove on it at all. Got him a little bit on the shoulder and off the side of the mask. Fortunately, didn't hit him square on.
Poor guy. He doesn't know what he needs to say to everybody. He said, "I'm okay," 40 times. He told Salvi he was all right. He told the A's trainer he was all right. Then the other 3 umpires came running in. He told all of them he was all right. And then he went through everybody once again, and finally they're convinced. I guess what do you got to do there? You got to ask him, what'd you have for breakfast this morning? Where are you?
Yep, they probably gave him that.
I'm fine. No, I'm fine. I feel great. Okay, where are you? Pittsburgh.
How about,
okay.
How about where are you? Here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Chapman got a hanging slider and hits it into center field. He's on with 1 out. Refreshing saves from Price Chopper and Aquafina. Sign up at mypricechopper.com/saves to save on Aquafina when the Royals get a save. It's been a while since the Royals have gotten a save. Royals have lost 5 in a row, and they're 0-4 so far on this trip. And now it's 3-0 A's in the 4th inning tonight. Simeon grounded into a double play in the 2nd inning. One ball, 1 strike.
I couldn't exactly remember when they built the structure in center field, so I went to Ken Korak, the Oakland A's radio broadcaster, and I said, "Hey Ken, when was that?" He goes, "96," and they were building it in the season, during the season, and you could hear them pounding nails, and the cranes were out there. He goes, "It drove me crazy trying to broadcast the game," and they were constructing that whole thing because they had a deadline they had to get it up by, and I remembered that. Coming through here playing with the Angels, and Gary DeSarcina, JT Snow came up to me and said, "Hey Hud, we're going to put our bats up there. They're laying cement in that little corner up there. We're going to bring our bats. You want us to put your bat in there?" I said, "Yeah, put my bat in there." So our 3 bats are in the cement there in the corner for whatever reason.
Simeon with a base hit to left field. Now wait a minute. Your bats are in the concrete here in the stadium. In what corner?
It's in the right field corner, right over the 367 sign where the flags are waving in right field. And that little balcony, that balcony right out there. And
is that legal?
Yeah,
I don't think that's code, is it?
No. I'm sure it's good, but they were pouring them out there, and JT Snow said, "Hey, Hud, let's put our bats out there." It's a good idea. So us three put our bats, so they're in there, and when they were pouring the cement, it was fun. And it was one of those moments where it's not every day you're in a ballpark that they're building. So I just remember that when Korak told me it was in '96, I remember that we put our bats up in there. So whenever they tear it down someday, and they might build a new stadium here, we'll go looking for our bats.
That's great, Hud. Really happy for you.
Just a tidbit.
Now, you remember when they were building new Yankee Stadium, there was a Red Sox fan who was part of the construction team.
Yeah.
And he took a David Ortiz jersey and tried to do the same thing, trying to put some sort of a hex on the new stadium, and they figured it out, and they dug up the concrete to take the jersey out, and that area is they've got a railing around it now in the concourse.
Yeah.
You can see where that happened.
Ours didn't have that meaning at all. We were just doing it for fun. But
they haven't won a World Series ever since you guys did that.
No. but that's interesting because we walk by that whenever we go to New York. We see that hole in the ground over there by the wall, and they haven't.
Oh, 2 on Stephen Piscotty. Junis struck him out in the second inning. When the Royals remodeled Kauffman Stadium, that was something that Kevin Uhlich, Royals vice president, was aware of and did not want to recreate in Kansas City. They would shut down the construction once the games began for that reason. They didn't want to hear jackhammers and it's a strikeout.
Good idea, because that's a huge distraction for those who are working it, especially broadcasters. Well, Junis was hoping to get him to go into a double play, but he couldn't lay off of that slider like his hitting coach told him to do.
That's 4 for Junis. And here's Jonathan Lucroy with 2 on, 2 out. He popped out to Dozier at first base his first time up. Turning away from a hanging breaking ball, 2-0. Junis wanted a new baseball. Sometimes pitcher just doesn't have a good feel for the ball. Maybe doesn't like how height of the seams, or maybe it's either too tacky or too slick. Two and one. A little bit outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Number 9 hitter Nick Martini is on deck. Lucroy hits it hard up the middle, and that's into center field. Chapman comes around to score. Simeon is into third, and Jonathan Lucroy gives the A's a 4-0 lead in the fourth inning.
Yep, right down the middle, 93. And he hit it right back where it came from, found a hole.
Nick Martinez.
That's back through the middle, but this time the Royals have that lined up perfectly. Escobar goes to the bag to force out Lucroy. 4 runs for the A's in the first 4 innings and a 4-0 lead. Cup is coming to Fox and FS1. Watch every match live and over 300 hours of coverage. The world's biggest sporting event is just 6 days away, only on Fox and FS1. Paulo Orlando leads off. Takes a fastball for a strike. Paulo Orlando will never forget the last World Cup. It was in his country.
Yeah.
They were the host country, Brazil. 1-1. Remember, we were in Cleveland, and Jan Gomes, who's also from Brazil, was out during batting practice, and he had a Team Brazil shirt on.
Yeah. Coming back.
A little bit outside, 2-1. Paulo hit a ball hard, but right to the shortstop Simeon for the final out of the second inning. Ryan Goins is on deck, and then Whit Merrifield. That's outside, 3-1. Frankie Montas has now pitched 12 scoreless innings against the Royals this year. And in his start before that against Arizona, if you add that in, he's given up 1 run in 18 innings. Really bounced around. He was signed by the Red Sox in 2010, traded to the White Sox in 13, to the Dodgers in 16, and then to the A's. Teams like the arm, but he wasn't polished yet. And now he'll walk Paulo to begin the 5th inning. Now he looks like a much more under control pitcher rather than just a thrower.
Yeah, you know what? That's made the big difference. Sometimes you're not in the right place at the right time, and you just, you'll surface at some particular point if you don't give up on yourself. You don't get discouraged. But you're valuable when you have an arm like that. That's why they used him in trades to get what they wanted.
Ball 1 on Ryan Goins, and now Lucroy is a little concerned after the walk. We'll go out and have a chat with Montas.
Yep, don't try to overthrow here. Just stay with me. Since you're pulling off your shoulder a little bit, tell by the body language. The Royals and Price Chopper are excited to announce the return of the Grand Slam 4-pack. Perfect for your family. This ticket package includes 4 seats in the View Reserve section, plus 4 Royals caps, all for just $44. Head to your local Price Chopper to purchase this exclusive deal, good for most Sunday through Thursday home games.
On the ground to third, Chapman out at second, Lowry to first, Olsen digs it out of the dirt. The first double play for the A's defense tonight.
Montas, he induced a big double play back at the K as well. It's hard to get an inning going. He hit it to the lane ball.
Witt is 0 for 2. Ready for a trivia question?
I might could get one, I hope.
Well, you're going to have to wait unless Lowry drops it. He does not. A leadoff walk, a double play, and a pop out, and Montas has pitched 5 scoreless innings. Bottom of the 5th inning. All right, Hud, our sprint trivia question. Name the 5 players with the most stolen bases since 2000. In honor of Ricky Henderson Field. Self-declared greatest of all time.
Yep.
Five players with the most stolen bases since 2000.
He played 24 years in a tough position. I mean, he center field, and the way he stole all those bases, over 2,400, and went head first on most of them.
100 in a season.
And the pounding his body took, he was so strong. It was amazing.
That's Fowler's second hit. He has one of the 3 Oakland home runs. And the A's have 7 against Junis in 4+ innings, 7 hits.
So you want to see a little Ricky in his day, check him out. You see him wiggling the fingers, look at that. Head first on a lot of them. That's a lot of wear and tear on your body. 24 years of that, and he's in great shape today. Look at him, he's crouched low. He was a style master. He could do it with the best of them. Check him out. He loved it. He was a big-time star, and he knew it. And I was a teammate with him for parts of 2 seasons with the Yankees, and it was quite a treat to have him as a teammate. Really, really good in the clubhouse. A lot of fun, never a distraction, but whenever he would hold court, it was interesting. It was a lot of fun.
In 3 of his first 5 years, he stole 100 or more bases. I didn't realize that. I remember the 100 steal seasons. I didn't realize it was that early in his career. He got to the big leagues in '79. And he born in Chicago, but he grew up here in Oakland, so it was a big deal when he got to the A's. But his first year was '79. The next year he stole 100 bases.
That's just unheard of anymore.
2 years later, 130 stolen bases, and the year after that, 108.
Good goodness.
And then he had a 93 stolen base year. Man.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing, and it just blew me away, because when I was a kid, you know, you figure the fastest guy, you know, is going to get the most stolen bases, but he was not regarded as one of the fastest guys in baseball. I mean, he was fast, obviously, but he was one of the smartest. He'd get the best jumps. I remember he and Tim Raines were leading their leagues in stolen bases.
Yep. And they both were similar in their build. Running back material. It's not real tall. I mean, if you took a picture of Tim Raines and Ricky Henderson side by side, they look like brothers, because they're same height and big legs, strong, powerful, explosive, at full speed in one step. It was a pleasure. I got to play with Tim Raines too, so it was really interesting to see those 2 guys and watch them on a daily basis about their work habits and how they worked.
Lowry slices one up the line, and Alex is there for the out. Lowry is 0 for 3. Now here comes Chris Davis with 1 on, 1 out. He has our Dodge drives of the game. 2 home runs to center field. 1 on a fastball, 1 on a breaking ball. And the Oakland A's in Game 5 against the Royals tonight, they have hit 10 home runs in 5 games against the Royals. It's the 17th time in Chris Davis's career he's had a multi-home run game, and the 2nd time this year. Stolen bases since 2000. How about, this is not a guess, just for discussion's sake, how about Carlos Beltran, who stole a lot of bases? His first full season in the big leagues was '99.
Okay.
So that coincides with the beginning of his long career.
I like it.
Snap throw down to first. Also, not long after Kenny Lofton got to the big leagues.
Yeah, that might be a good guess right there, Kenny Lofton.
He arrived in the mid-90s. Curtis Granderson would be one. He started around then, has had a long career. All that power, and Junis gets an out with a check swing. 2 down, and Fowler goes to second base.
How about Reyes?
Jose Reyes
from the Mets.
All right, let's compile our preliminary list here.
Okay.
First baseman, 28, Manfred.
Oh, let's give him a guess anyway. Let's give him one.
Brian Flynn is waiting in the Royals bullpen, and it would appear that maybe Salvador Perez was just trying to buy some time. There's also an open base here with a right-hand batter on deck. Now tonight, Junis has struck out Olson twice, but he's also hit 4 home runs against the Royals this year. Jimmy Rollins. About Jimmy Rollins.
Yep. I thought about him. It's a good guess.
You thought about him?
I did.
Well, why didn't you say it?
Well,
Don't be keeping that to yourself. I thought we were in this thing together.
I am, but I'm kind of hoping that into this game here with Junis to get this.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll stop bothering you.
No. I did think of him, but I just didn't make it verbal. But we got some good ones there.
No. We're concentrating on the game here.
No, because the out's happening.
Paulo sprinting in from center field, and he's got it. So the leadoff single does not turn into a run. Olson is 0 for 3 at the end of 5. The A's lead 4-0.
They're down 4-0, parents. Sign your kids up for Slugger's Blue Crew to get your little ones geared up for baseball season. Membership includes a Blue Crew jersey, flat bill snapback cap, drawstring bag, 2 comprehensive compression sleeves, 2 home game ticket vouchers, and much more. Membership is just $30, so sign up now at royals.com/Blue Crew.
Escobar, Moustakas, and Perez. It's our Sonic Slam inning. Our contestant is Stacy Zebley from Overland Park. And if the Royals hit a home run out of the park in this inning, Stacy, you'll win $1,600. Hit on the ground to Simeon. Escobar is out. He is 0 for 3. If the Royals hit a grand slam out of the park, Stacy wins $25 grand from Sonic and the Royals.
Hope that happens for you tonight, Stacy.
Moustakas has struck out and flied out to center field. Crowd is cheering as they have just discovered that they're Golden State Warriors. And there they are on the other side of the parking lot where the Warriors play their home games. Deep left center field, and Martini comes over from left to make the play. So their third title in 4 years.
Impressive. Congratulations to them.
And in a couple of years, they will move across the bay. They will leave Oakland and move over to San Francisco in a brand new arena. So Oakland is going to lose the Raiders. They will lose the Warriors, even though they'll just be across the bridge. And I think that'll help out the Oakland A's.
Yeah, that almost guarantees Oakland's got to stay here.
Oakland will always stay here, Hud.
I mean the A's.
Stream games live on your mobile device. Download the Fox Sports Go app, log in, and stream the Royals. The A's have 4 runs, 7 hits against Jacob Junis in 5 innings, 3 solo home runs. Matt Chapman has been on base twice. He walked leading off the 2nd inning, and that was the first leadoff walk allowed by Jacob Junis all year. It was the 81st hitter leading off an inning in Junis' 13 starts, and the first to reach with a walk. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dustin Fowler has homered. Chris Davis has hit 2 home runs, and Jonathan Lucroy has an RBI single.
No way. It's a good pitch there. Mark it down. Slider's tough to hit, especially with that downward break.
Ball 1 on Marcus Semien. He is grounded into a double play and singled. One and 1. One and 2. Semien was born in San Francisco, but grew up in Berkeley, and then he went to Cal Berkeley. On with a 1-out single.
He's a nice player.
And we're talking about, in the theme of another local kid, Ricky Henderson, who grew up in Oakland and had a Hall of Fame career with the A's among other teams. Our sprint trivia question: Since 2000, name the top 5 stolen base leaders during that time. Career, not single season. Who has the most stolen bases in the big leagues since 2000? We've got a list of about 6 guys.
You know, the speedy center fielder we're going to see from Cincinnati, he hadn't had enough time yet. You think Hamilton? He probably has.
Over the last 18 years? No, I don't think so.
No.
Maybe he's right. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
No. I'm just talking to you.
But I'm just
throw some.
I'm going to throw one out here.
Throw one out. You think it's going to win?
Just because we're staying with the local theme here. Jimmy Rollins grew up here in Oakland. Correct.
Ding, ding, ding.
So we remember him with the Phillies, but he's a local kid. All right, Hud, you like?
I like Jose Reyes.
Jose Reyes, correct. 3 more to go. How about
your first guess might be good, but I don't know. When did he get here? 07?
Who?
Beltran?
I mean, 99.
No. Oh, 99. Okay. He might be.
Carlos Beltran. Strike 1. How about Juan Pierre? Correct.
Okay.
2 more to go.
Ding, 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 ding.
How about this guy? His name usually pops up.
I think you should go with it.
Curtis Granderson. Strike 2. All right. 2 more to go. 2 strikes. I don't think he's been around that long, but
no, don't do it.
Sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Do we have 2 strikes on us?
We do. Piscotty goes the other way. 1 hop to Almonte. That'll hold Simeon at second. 2 on with 1 out. 94 pitches have been thrown by Jacob Junis. Brian Flynn continues to stand and wait on the right field bullpen mound. Jonathan Lucroy singled to center in his last at bat. Drove in Matt Chapman.
Tampa Bay Rays ran a lot. Third time.
Carl Crawford. You thinking about Carl Crawford?
It's possible.
See, he came up probably 2002-ish or something like that.
I'm thinking Carl Crawford.
Oh, that hit the top of the bag and goes all the way down into the left field corner. That'll score Simeon. It'll score Piscotty. And Jonathan Lucroy is driven in 3. And now the A's lead is 6-0. And that'll be it for Jacob Junis. So good against the A's on Sunday. 3 runs and 7 1/3, but tonight he's given up 6 in 5 1/3. So Brian Flynn will come on in a Chevy call to the bullpen. runs, 10 hits. He's responsible for Lucroy at second base. And that'll bring up Nick Martini. And he'll be facing Brian Flynn. He pitched in 3 consecutive games during the last homestand, but hasn't pitched in a week.
That's right. Pound the strike zone. 319 opponent average. 18 strikeouts at 29 innings. ERA under 5. Fastball, slider, change, curve. He's got a good sinker when he's working down in the zone.
Still 0-2 on former K-State Wildcat Nick Martini. Don't forget, Wildcat fans, next Friday night is K-State night presented by Rally House and Fox Sports Kansas City. You can redeem your ticket to get that K-State themed Royals hat at Gate A at 5:30 p.m. before the Royals take on the Astros. Moustakis will throw out Martini, and Dozier kept his foot on the bag, so Martini is still without a big league hit. And there are 2 down in the 6th inning.
Moustakis robbing him, keeping him waiting for that knock. Good play. And by Dozier to keep his foot on the base. It wasn't easy. That throw up the ball up the line like that. He's able to do it. Tippy toe.
And now Flynn gets another left-hand batter, Dustin Fowler.
It's a nice pick by Salvi. Good hands.
Foul outside of first base.
You know, tomorrow morning, early West Coast time, I'm going to wake up and watch Brady Singer, the Royals' first pick, 18th pick overall this year. They're playing, him and his Gators are all set to take on the first overall pick, Casey Mize and the Auburn Tigers in the NCAA Super Regionals this weekend in Gainesville, Florida. But Singer's going to pitch. I can't wait to watch him.
Oh, caught by Dozier.
Nice.
So Flynn comes on, he faces 2 and retires 2, but the A's score 2, and now it's 6-0 to the 7th inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the
first round pick
Yeah.
tomorrow. This is Chris Bubich, who is from Stanford. He was the Royals' 40th overall pick. Left-hander who grew up in San Jose and pitched collegiately at Stanford.
Nice.
So he's over here to watch the Royals and the A's.
All right. It's a young man we hope the best for. Yeah, but you know, that's 8 o'clock here in the morning, so you know that game be interesting to see him toe the slab. You know, he's in the top 3 for the voting for that prestigious award that they give. What do they call that? Hauser, the Dick Hauser Award. Golden Spikes.
That would be the Heisman Trophy for college baseball.
He's one of the 4 finalists, and we got him in the 18th pick. It's pretty good.
Those two guys might be pitching against one another in the American League Central for a long time. That'd be the first of several head-to-heads.
Yeah, Casey Mize and Brady Singer.
2-2 on Abraham Almonte. Almonte came into the game in the bottom of the 2nd inning after Jorge Soler came out. Soler fouled the ball off of his foot in the top of the 2nd. That's hit well to right. Piscotty is back, and he's got it right at the wall. And we found out that Soler has a bone bruise to his left big toe. They did x-rays here and they were negative, so he is day-to-day.
It didn't look good.
Ball 1 on Alex Gordon. He has 2 singles tonight.
You know, those two, Brady Singer and Casey Mize, they faced each other earlier this year. They both went 7 innings. That's going to fall for Alex's 3rd hit. Way to go, Alex, pumping him out there. Anyway, they both went 7 innings, and Florida State won. Florida, the Gators won 3-1.
Now batting number 17, Hunter
Look
Dozier.
at that. That's it. Hunt that pitch, Alex. Good swing. Stiff front leg. Good leverage there. Had good balance.
Into the right field corner, and Piscotty goes over the line for a foul ball catch. 2 down. Fox Sports Kansas City and the Des Moines Radio Group are bringing Des Moines' best fans to Kauffman Stadium on the Rays Royal Fan Express. That's June 16th. For more information, go to royals.com/Fan Express. Simeon fields. He'll underhand to second. So Alex is forced out. And Frankie Montas has 15 scoreless innings against the Royals this year.
Hey fans, it's the
Royals baseball on Fox Sports Kansas City is brought to you by Ford. Going further so you can. Brian Flynn stays on for the bottom of the 7th inning. The A's scored 6 and 5 1/3 against Jacob Junis. That includes 3 solo home runs. Junis did hold down Lowry, who's 0 for 3. Flynn got the last 2 outs of the 6th inning. It'll be Lowry, Davis, and Olson in the bottom of the 7th. Three and 0. Runs over into left center field and takes care of Lowry. He is 0 for 4.
MLB At Bat is your #1 Royals app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Royals home screen icons and features such as the MLB TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today.
Chris Davis has hit 2 home runs, both to center field.
They still believe he'll pull on the ground, though. And the slight pull in the outfield. He's all hands. He leverages his lower half, but he definitely is really strong from his elbows on down. Feet aren't very wide, doesn't have any bend.
Davis is out, 2 down in the 7th inning. And now Matt Olson. So here the A's lead 6-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning, and Olson has nothing to do with it. Junis struck him out twice and also got him on a fly ball to center field. There he was. First row, brought his glove. Ready to go.
He made it look easy.
And Olson is down again, so he has struck out 3 times, and Brian Flynn has a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th.
he did at the K. 7 innings pitched. Our pizza line score will show you just 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He's putting it where he wants it again, and he's doing it quickly. Using his defense. Same thing as he did at the K, identical almost.
Well, I don't care if you're Randy Johnson, Greg Maddux, or whomever. It is very difficult to pitch well against the same team twice in 1 week.
Yeah, I agree.
And here's a guy making just his 3rd start in the big leagues this year. He's been in the big leagues before this year. He gave up 1 run in 6 innings to the Diamondbacks in his first start. Then he shut out the Royals for 8 innings last Friday at Kauffman Stadium, and now he has 7 more scoreless innings tonight. So coming up from the minor leagues only because of an injury. And in his 3 starts, he has given up 1 run in 21 innings. Boyne's just got a piece, and it doesn't look like smoke and mirrors at all. I mean, he's just very composed, very under control. Good location with his pitches.
Yeah, you know, they've hit a couple of balls hard off him. I got 3 or 4 line drives here, but you know what? You're right. He's getting the job done. And he's not one of those where you're thinking, ah, he's lucky. He's pretty good. And you know what? You have to credit him for taking advantage in this opportunity with one of his other starting buddies injured. That's what you do. That's what this game's all about. Do the best you can. Meantime, other teams are looking. They're all watching. He's got to be ready for the opportunities. It looks like he was ready. And is.
When he's missing, he is just barely missing.
Yeah, I'll say it. That's right where he want to put that.
Speeds up. That time it didn't work. Merrifield hits it off the bag and into center field. That's his first hit. He is 1 for 4.
Now see, that was a quick pitch.
2, Escobar.
Right there. Good luck there. Sometimes that ball hits, but of course you wouldn't have been able to throw Whitley out. He was smelling that hit all the way. Sometimes that'll kick right to the shortstop or second baseman.
Want to wrap up our trivia question?
Yeah, I think you know, I think we probably should.
You want to go with Carl Crawford?
Yeah, we have no strikes on us.
No, we have 2 strikes on us.
Yeah, go with it.
Cracked his bat and going to be caught by Fowler. Carl Crawford. Correct.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right, 1 more.
Okay. Who are our correct answers?
Top 5
Number 8, Mike.
stolen base leaders since 2000. We have Jose Reyes, Jimmy Rollins, Juan Pierre, and Carl Crawford.
I didn't know if we'd get that many. That's another tough question.
What about Johnny Damon?
Ooh.
Now, Johnny arrived in the mid-90s, but he had a long career with a lot of stolen bases. Led the league 1 year with the Royals. That's Emilio Pagan, as Montas is at 90 pitches with 2 down in the 8th inning. Got 1 out to go.
Go with Johnny Damon.
Johnny Damon. Strike 3. Got 4 out of the 5.
We lose.
Oh, terrible. How do we not get
What
Ichiro?
the heck is wrong with us?
His first year was 0-1.
Oh.
So that coincided perfectly.
That's the easiest one on there. Oh, shake myself.
That was a swing, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Frankie Montas, before this year, his career high for innings was 4. Now, he had more relief appearances than starts, but he set a career high 2 starts ago with 6 innings, and then another career high Friday at Kauffman Stadium with 8, and now he's about to go 8 again. Still 2-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Montas is yelling at himself. And I think he realizes he's down to his last hitter and he wants to go all 8.
Challenge him.
He's still yelling at himself.
Yeah.
Merrifield runs and Moustakas hits it well to right field. Piscotty is at the wall, and it is just over the wall for a 2-run home run.
There you go. Moose knew it was coming. He saw him chewing himself out. He knew what was coming. Way to be ready for it, Moose. First home run since May 30th. Good job. There it was. 94. Center cut right down the middle. Easy swing. Just enough underneath it. Get him on the board. Way to go.
Emilio Pagan is a Chevy call to the bullpen. It is a 6-2 game in the 8th inning.
There we go. Pretty good line drive, 23-degree launch angle.
Now Salvi reaches out and jolts one to left field. Martini is back, and that's over his glove. And now it rolls up along the warning track into left center field, and Fowler had to come over and get it. And that's how the Royals greet Emilio Pagan. Salvador Perez has his first hit of the night.
Yeah, good route. Martini just missed it. Great effort.
Now batting, number 45, Abraham Almonte.
And now Pagan will get Abraham Almonte.
Pagan's going to feature a 90 to 96 mile an hour fastball and a slider. Gets out there, gets extended, has some pretty good sink to it.
Lou Trevino, who pitched a scoreless 7th inning last night, loosens up now as Pagan gives up a leadoff double. .93 and in for a strike, 1-1. We were talking about Royals draft picks and the first 5 college pitchers coming out of powerhouse schools. Emilio Pagan is out of Belmont Abbey College in North Carolina. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pretty good pitcher.
You heard of anybody else coming out of Belmont Abbey College?
It's the first time I've ever heard of it.
Still 1-2. Two and two. Well, my apologies. He is not the first big leaguer out of Belmont Abbey College.
Okay, you did some exhaustive research.
Alex Castellanos, not Nick Castellanos, but Alex Castellanos.
What year was that?
He played 2012 and 2013. And then a guy by the name of Hal Haid had a long career, 1919 to 1933, came out of Belmont Abbey College.
All right. Interesting.
3 and 2.
Alex on deck. Hoping to get an opportunity for a 4-hit night.
Laid off the fastball away, and now the Royals will have the tying run on deck. So it creates a save situation. And Bob Melvin is not going to go to his closer here, but he's going to go to one of his regulars at the back end of the bullpen, with Alex Gordon coming up and Hunter Dozier on deck. The Royals have 2 in the 8th inning and have 2 on with 2 out. Nothing. They have 2 in the 8th, and now Alex Gordon comes up. He has a 3-hit night tonight.
Great to see, and I'll tell you what, these 3 hits right here, they're the best hits you can get. Now, they may not be the best feeling hits, because when you strike the ball cleanly, it feels good, but those ones there, you need those. Good for him. Nothing wrong with him one bit. Stay hot here.
Rookie Lou Trevino with 25 strikeouts in 23 1/3 innings.
Yeah, he's got some stuff going. 212 opponent average. Cutter, a really good nasty cutter, mid to upper 90s with that hard cut and fastball slider change.
Inside on Alex. You can hear music in the background as they continue to celebrate next door with Golden State winning another NBA title.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Broken bat. That's Simeon, the shortstop, from the grass on the right side. So the Royals get 2. They strand 2. Mike Moustakas drives in Whit Merrifield with a 2-run home run, and now it's a 6-2 game. the game. Brought his glove, and he made it look easy.
And just all he had to do was just get up. Didn't have to fight any of the fans because there weren't any sitting around him.
He's credentialed, too.
He's there with his buddy.
Chapman hits it to left field. Didn't sound like he got all of it, and Alex makes the play on the track. So Brian Flynn has retired all 6 he has faced, coming on for Junis with 1 out in the 6th.
Can you believe winter is coming to the K on June 19th as the Royals feature Game of Thrones night? Purchase a themed ticket to receive a special House Yost bobblehead featuring Ned on the Iron Throne. Purchase your ticket at royals.com/theme tickets.
Marcus Semien has 2 hits and a run scored. One ball, 1 strike. You played in Japan. Salvi says he's all right. And you can hear the drums in the background here, and you can hear some music being played outside the stadium. That's every night at a game in Japan, isn't it?
And from the starting pitch to the last pitch, it's a constant racket. Playing, and because every player has a song. Look at where'd Salvi take this? That was a spike right in the hip. Wow, he got that in the hip. That ball was landed 5 feet in front of the plate. So yeah, there was a lot of racket. This is really nothing like it was.
Chanting, right? Doesn't every player have their own chant?
They have their own song. It's a song, and they play it every time that player comes up. And both teams, pep rally teams are there. So both teams. So it's constant the whole game.
Did you like that?
No, it drove me crazy.
Okay.
At first, and you know what? I would yell across the diamond to my teammate Jack Howell, the only other American on my team, and I would yell, "Jack, turn the music off, Uncle," and he would just shake his head, and we'd get in the dugout, and he'd go, "Hud, dude, you're not going to change the game here. Just let it go."
Long run, Paulo Orlando, and it's just over his glove. Marcus Semien has his 3rd hit, and he's digging for 3.
Hey, Semien was low for flying around the bases. That's just the 8th triple hit here in this ballpark this year. Semien's 1st of the season.
And now Ned Yost is going to come and get Brian Flynn, who set down the first 6 that he faced, and now 1 out triple, and it'll be Jason Adam to face Stephen Piscotty when we come back. Not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Kansas City Royals Baseball Club. Here's Jason Adam. He'll come on with a runner at third and one out. The Royals will bring the infield in on Stephen Piscotty.
Okay, now good opportunity for Jason Adam to let that fastball eat. It's a good one. Mid-90s, maybe a little bit above that at times. Curveball change.
Breaking ball just a little bit low.
Didn't have to be.
Last time he pitched was on Monday in Anaheim, and he had his breaking ball to complement his fastball.
Yep.
2-0 on Piscotty. Jason pitched a scoreless 7th inning on Monday, including a strikeout. That breaking ball hung high. 3 balls, no strikes. Lucroy is on deck. Three and one. Piscotty has 4 hits in the series. Breaking ball on the ground, and Escobar hoping for a play at the plate. Didn't field it cleanly. Simeon was going on contact. So Piscotty will get an RBI either way. Still deciding whether that was a hit or not.
Simeon was coming on contact. I mean, it would have been close at home. Now Escobar would have picked that and stayed in his glove, could have thrown off balance and probably gotten him. Would have been a good throw to put for Salvi to put the tag on him, but Piscotty fortunate on that one.
Well, I take that back. Fielder's choice. Error 6, no RBI. That's interesting. He was going on contact, and you're assuming an out at the plate on a tag play.
And on a tough coming in play up by the shortstop, but Escobar's a Gold Glover. I guess he assumed he could have made it.
Lucroy has driven in 3. With 2 outs in the 4th inning, he singled in a run, and then he hit a 2-run double in the 6th. Good fastball at 94. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Blew it right by him.
Got the strikeout with a breaking ball down.
Good looking breaking ball too. The ball broke a ton.
Couple of afternoon games coming up tomorrow. Danny Duffy against Trevor Cahill. The Royals knocked him around Kauffman Stadium last week. And then Brad Keller against former Royals farmhand Sean Manaea, who has pitched a no-hitter this year. Inside on Nick Martini. He is 0 for 3. Jason Adam reminds me of a pitcher that was with the Royals for a while and allowed a famous home run here. Jason Grimsley.
Jason Grimsley
gave up the home run to Scott Hatteberg, the walk-off home run for the A's 20th victory in a row, an American League record, or was at the time, and now Cleveland passed that last year. It's kind of the way he comes set. Short arm delivery like Grimsley. Grimsley had probably a little more sink on his fastball than Jason Adam did.
Maybe wasn't quite as big. When I saw Jason Adam, you know, just the other day, I mean, I had to go look him up. 6'4", 225. He's a big kid. Man, he's a big boy. Grimsley was a good. He was a teammate of mine with the Angels. I got to know him a little bit. Good guy. Fun and good sense of humor. But you gotta pound that strike zone.
In the air to shallow right. Here comes Almonte, and he's got it. So Adam comes on and gets the last 2 outs of the inning. The A's add a run, and now they lead 7-2.
We now approach the 9th inning, coming up after the game on Boulevard Royals Live. Second week in a row that Frankie Montas has pitched great and had the run support against the Royals. We'll talk about that. Jacob Junis's night, and Mike Moustakas breaks the shutout and goes deep. Remember, last Friday night was that 16-0 game, so maybe a little less painful, but to this point, the same result. Royals a lot of work to do here in the 9th. We'll break it all down on Boulevard Royals Live.
All right, Joe, ball 1 from Trevino to Hunter Dozier. It'll be Dozier, Orlando, and Goins in the 9th inning. Hunter is 1 for 3. He has hit in 5 straight and 8 of his last 9 games. Out to Simeon at short. 1 down in the 9th inning.
Trevino, that good hard cutter as a right there. I mean, that ball cut, and he was able to couldn't get it up the middle, so he pulled it.
Now batting, 616, Paulo Orlando.
There's that cutter for a strike. Paulo is 0 for 2 with a walk. Oh, and 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Just got a piece of it.
That had a little bit of movement to that. That's a big break.
Fastball away at 98. Trevino strikes out his first, 2 down.
Bob Melvin's got him a couple of nice looking young players, first year guys, and Trevino's definitely one of them. Trevino. And I like the center fielder. I think the center fielder, Dustin Fowler's going to be an impressive player. This is his first year. Had one at bat last year in the majors with the Yankees before he blew his knee out. He looks like he's going to be a nice player. Good opportunity to come to Oakland and get a chance to be an everyday guy.
Goins has grounded out 3 times, once into a double play. Oh, and 2. 10,132 are here. Many more than that on the premises, with the Golden State fans next door celebrating the Warriors championship.
They had 18,000 over there, I believe.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball got him swinging. So the Oakland A's have taken the first 2 games of the series. They hit 3 more home runs tonight, 1 by that man, Dustin Fowler, 2 by that man, Chris Davis. And in 2 hours and 32 minutes, the A's defeat the Royals tonight by the final score of 7-2. We'll be right back.